The Level 1 Trauma Center here at Community Regional Medical Center sees injuries of all kinds, including those that result from gang violence. Community Medical Centers was given a grant to start a research project, a gang intervention program, to see if intervention offered immediately following an injury related to gang violence can help break the cycle of violence. Eliana Troncalli, Injury Prevention Outreach Specialist at Community Regional Medical Center, says violent injuries are one of the main causes of patients' admittance into the trauma center.
Whenever we would have a patient, it usually wasn't their first time being here. It was their second or third time being here for a violence-related injury. And the severity of the injury we noticed that it was escalating.
Eliana and UCSF Fresno trauma surgeons wanted to research how they could stop this cycle of violence. In November 2017, they were given a grant for a gang intervention program and hired Armando Alvarez to work as a gang intervention specialist and violence prevention outreach worker. This is a part of Armando's daily work. He works with at-risk youth. The gang lifestyle is a world he knows all too well.
I grew up around gangs. Grew up around the drugs, watching Big Brother do his thing, and as a young man in that atmosphere, I mean, that's exactly what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to be. Was hanging out, getting in cars with the wrong people, smoking weed. I was highly addicted to methamphetamines. I used to stay up 18 days at a time. I did that from 11 until I was 32 years old. I've been shot at many times in my life, from 12 years old all the way up.
Armando says a visit to church saved him from the dangerous lifestyle he was living. He suddenly saw the pain he'd caused others.
I had an encounter with Christ. It was beyond something that I can explain.
Armando now works to de-escalate violence at gang shootings. He's also a minister at River of Life Church, a resource counselor at a Fresno Unified Middle School, and a counselor at Comprehensive Behavioral Health.
Now with COVID, everything is done over the phone. So Armando does his intervention over the phone, his assessment over the phone, and once the patient is discharged, he follows up with them and does a home visit, but a socially distant home visit.
Armando helps people who are ready to let go of the gang life, but he says it's not always easy, and many are hesitant at first.
But I go in with a plan. I go in with my heart, I go in with passion, and I go in with a story. And I just try to reach them, I try to be their friend. I try to be a mentor. I try to be whatever it is that they would allow me to be in their lives.
Fresno's violent crime rate is 26% higher than California's as a whole and 46% higher than the national violent crime rate. But since the gang intervention research project began at Community Regional, Eliana says they have not seen any patients injured from gang violence come back to the emergency department. It's this type of success that Armando works for every day.
I know what it's like to have eyes that can't see, and now I can see clear. And all I try to do is be that beacon of hope. I try to be that light in the midst of that darkness and try to help people see that there's more to life and that you can have a new life.
Community Regional has the only Level 1 trauma center located between Los Angeles and Sacramento. If you would like to help continue the life-saving work here, visit communitymedical.org/give.